Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Secret Spice of Life. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Welcome to some shit that's considered legendary.
Hey, what is going on, you variety-loving people? Hope you're to add some spice to your day. Welcome back to Secret Spice of Life. We're your hosts. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Jordan.
And if you're new to the podcast, welcome. Well, after our extended holiday break, we're back. And, I guess what we're talking today is the end of...
End of what?
I don't know. It's like the end of it's like not even an era. It's like more than an era. It's like.
But I guess it is.
Yeah. Well, it's the end of a saga. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Skywalker Saga. As we're talking about the new Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker movie that came out 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks, I think.
2
at
weeks?
Least.
Did it come out like Christmas time, like the day after Christmas?
No, it was before Christmas.
It was before Christmas?
Yeah, it was like December 20th or something like that, I think. It was definitely the week before Christmas.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah. So it's been 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I guess it has been 3 weeks. Shit.
We were way behind.
And not really, because it gives people time to watch it, I guess. So if you haven't watched it, click off this podcast or video or however you're consuming this before you get your life spoiled and, want to ruin it.
No, I got one spoiler and I thought it was going to be bigger than it was.
What was it?
We heard someone say that Han Solo came back.
Oh, that's not even a spoiler.
It's not because, he comes back, but it's just in Kylo's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Or Ben Skywalker's mind.
Yeah. If
we're referring to this movie.
Yeah. I guess since we're going to start from the beginning and go forward, I have to say right off the bat, it was super rushed. Like really rushed.
The first, I don't even know, 15, 20 minutes of the movie, there was probably 10 different storylines going on.
Yeah.
They just randomly showed Kylo, hunting down those people in the forest and killing all of them to find the Wayfinder or whatever.
Yeah.
To get to Exegol.
Yeah, Exegol.
Exegol.
Yeah.
And they had no hint that was even coming. They just showed him slaughtering a bunch of people and finding that.
Yeah, that thing.
The thing in the middle of the woods and just on a freaking stone or something.
Yeah. I was like,
and what else happened at the beginning? Shit, I can't even remember because there were so many things going on. They showed Rey for some.
She's meditating.
She was training.
Yeah,
doing her training with Leia in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Finn and Poe were they were doing something in the Falcon, weren't they? Coming back from somewhere, and
they were getting chased. Yeah, they were getting chased by. They got that message from that guy about the intel on the inside.
From the spy.
Yeah, from the spy.
Yeah, and then they had the what's it called? Was it warp skip or something?
No, it's their warp speed or whatever.
Yeah, they had the skip.
Light speed. Yeah, they just they time or they light skip or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of shit going on there at the beginning. So many different things going on to try and introduce what was going on.
Yeah. And
it was kind of confusing at first, and then I didn't expect them to give away one of the biggest questions in this trilogy 20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
When Kylo went to find Palpatine in Exegol when he found the Wayfinder, he says, but they don't say it right at the beginning. I guess
they do halfway through.
They almost do. He comes up and talks to Palpatine, and then you get the whole sense of what's going on in the movie right from the beginning. And do you think Palpatine knew that Kylo was going to try and kill him?
Yeah, I think he knew.
He did that on purpose then to try and draw Rey
to get them both there so he could take their life force.
Okay, that's what I was wondering if that was purposeful.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was because I'm pretty sure Palpatine can sense pretty much anything that's going on.
Yeah.
He has the power to like destroy that entire planet if he wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Especially once he sucked energy out of Rey and Kylo at the end there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, going back like a couple steps, that's like the shortest sequence of the intro credits I've ever seen.
Wow.
It's only like 2 paragraphs, I think.
I know. I was like, what the hell, man? Like usually it goes on for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
It was quick. And then I don't know. I'm trying to think what else happened that we can talk about here. Like there's so many suspect things that like happened throughout the movie too. I mean, I don't want to say it made it horrible, but like there was just some things that were too obvious and some things that were like suspect.
Oh yeah, but when they were rushing into Kylo finding Exegol, when they showed the Emperor for the first time, he looks good for being thrown in a hole and being like 10,000 years old now.
Yeah, I guess. That's crazy. Wait, they never like acknowledge what happened to him?
No, how they found him or anything like that.
But apparently there's people were saying that there might be like deleted scenes coming out that go through that. Yeah,
that would be interesting to see how they actually recovered him and stuff like that.
Yeah, because he was thrown into a freaking pit.
Yeah, that like power pit or whatever, where all the like how in the middle of the Death Star they have like that.
Yeah, we should have just burned him alive.
Yeah, basically.
Him alive or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, he didn't look like he was like destroyed. I mean, he looked really, really old.
Yeah.
His fingers were like all brittle and everything, and his face was messed up. But,
yeah.
And he was blind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And then I thought that was all like fake at the beginning though. Like when he went to Exegol at first, I thought he was seeing things in there because like they just showed like random shit and he wasn't like running into anybody. There was like I don't know what they were. There were some people in I guess it was the people that were in hoods and stuff like the Sith powers or whatever that he said he had. Remember when they showed all the people in hoods at the end? When Rey was there.
Those were like the people that were like working on him though.
I didn't think those were real people.
Oh,
I thought those were like the Sith powers.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know.
Like that's what I.
Well,
they
showed like the faces
because there was nobody there, and then all at once these people just appear out of.
But they showed like those people that were working on. They look like kind of like monkeys or something like that.
Like Jawas. Were they?
Oh, and then you never see a Jawa. You never see a Jawa's face. These are like, always the black hoods and the red eyes.
No, I thought Jawa. What are the bears?
Oh, those are Ewoks.
Oh shit! Jesus Christ! I called them the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. They show them at the end.
Yeah, they show them. Yeah.
They show they show like every species at the end of the movie. I like that. That's funny. Yeah, but like those things that were working on him, he's like you could see Kylo looking around and like seeing all of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this is fake. Like I didn't think this was actually going on.
Yeah.
And then he runs into the Emperor to Palpatine. I was like, what the fuck? It was like the weirdest way to start a movie.
Yeah.
And then they kind of almost give away like the biggest question in the trilogy right at the beginning. But they wait a little longer for Kylo to spill the beans.
Yeah.
Like he's been trying to the entire time.
Yeah, apparently. But I don't know. That's just.
And then they still have that thing where like Kylo and Rey have this weird like force talking thing the whole time, which I never understood. Like there's no other Jedi in the history of anything that's had that type of power to be able to talk to somebody through force like that. Like, you know how they can see where each other's at, or not see where each other's at, but see each other all the time.
Yeah.
And like I've never seen anybody have that power, but like them two have been doing that the entire time.
Yeah.
And there's never been like an explanation for it.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like stupid shit happens. Like she was in Kylo's ship on that one planet, or in the what's it called? Like the Starfighter or whatever, what the hell it's called.
Hey, what?
What's the big ship's called?
The Star Destroyers.
Yeah, she was in there when he was down on the planet searching for her, and she knocks the Darth Vader helmet off the thing, and it breaks. Or does it break?
No, it doesn't break. She just shatters the podium it's on.
Yeah, it shatters everywhere, and then he can see that from where he's at. Like it just came through space and fell at his feet.
Yeah, I don't understand how they can like fight. Well, that's the thing though. They've never shown that they could touch each other when they talk to each other like that. Till he snatched her necklace that one time when she was on that.
They haven't though.
No,
I felt like something else happened in the last movie.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's the first time because she was surprised that it happened. She was like, "Oh, what the heck?"
Didn't he grab the dice off of her last time though? Remember they had those dice that Leia and Luke held or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think he got them.
I thought he grabbed them off.
Oh, did he?
One time. I don't know.
I didn't think so.
But yeah, but he ripped their necklace off, and they found where she was at. He found where she was at because she knocked his Darth Vader helmet off of the fucking podium.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, there's just some sus shit that happens. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some things that I actually liked from the movie. That
Oh, jeez.
I know it was just so tough, and they fucked it up. Like, Disney fucked it up in the first place because they decided to switch directors in the middle of a trilogy, which you do not do, dude. That's the stupidest thing they could have ever done, dude. And they don't give a fuck because they still made a ton of money off of it.
Yeah.
And they pretty much ruined the Star Wars series.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate, but
yeah.
but according to pretty much all of the or like a lot of the fans,
Oh, they like really diehard fans.
they ruined
Oh,
the entire
yeah.
series because of this.
Yeah, if they allowed J.J. Abrams to do the 8th movie, this one wouldn't have been rushed and probably would have been
Yeah,
better.
because he would have had his own story.
Yeah.
He had to go build off somebody else's story.
And like fix everything.
Yeah, and try to fix stuff at
Yeah.
the same time. I mean, it just looked like he really tried like too hard to try and fix things instead
Yeah.
of just going from where he wanted to go from.
Yeah, and one thing I should mention, there was a lot of lackluster in the lightsaber fights. Like, it wasn't very entertaining. It wasn't interesting. It was a lot of just like Rey trying to hit Kylo and him just like easily.
The lightsaber fights are so predictable because there's only 2 people in the entire world that actually fight with lightsabers.
Yeah.
Like,
Technically,
nobody else even knows how.
Technically 3.
Hey, Leia, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you never knew, dude.
Yeah,
Leia
which is
whooped
crazy.
Luke's ass in the flashback thing. Remember they showed
I didn't
the
think she did.
flashback?
I thought they
Yeah,
were.
that was Leia that knocked him on the ground.
Well, no, I didn't
Remember,
think
they
she
showed
knocked him
the
on the ground. I thought
flashback.
they were like hitting the bullets off that one thing that flies around because they had like the
I'm pretty
blockers.
sure she knocked Luke on. They were fighting, I thought, and she knocked him on the ground, weren't they, in the flashback? I swore they were.
I don't like that about the movie at all.
What?
That they made her a Jedi out of nowhere.
I feel like they just threw that in there like out of nowhere. Like, this is like a last second thought that they like threw in the
like,
movie
hey, it'd be awesome
to make
if-
her look good.
Well, yeah, because I mentioned that to you earlier in the movie. I'm like, how is Leia her quote unquote master if she's not a Jedi?
I feel like that's what I feel like.
Yeah.
That they just thought of this out of nowhere. They're like, oh man, Leia's been like training Rey and stuff like the last couple movies and helping Luke with her and stuff. That we have to like throw something in here to explain it. And it was just like out of nowhere, dude. There's never been any mention of Leia having Force powers throughout the entire series.
Because I'm not.
And then they just threw that in there the last episode. And then, I hated how Leia died in this movie too. Like how
she
she died. Not because she died, but how she fucking died.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
She literally laid down and tried to contact Kylo and died because she tried to. Dude.
Well,
I was like, are you fucking serious? Dude, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Dude,
Yeah.
that's probably the stupidest moment in Star Wars history. Dude, her laying down and just dying because she tried to use the Force to talk to Kylo. Are you kidding me? Like, that was so dumb.
yeah. I'm trying to find something. Hold on. But yeah, that was a dumb way to die. I don't even know why she like had to die like that.
No, you could tell. You knew it was coming because, one lady's like, oh, she's gonna have to use all the energy she has left, or whatever. Like right before that, like the scene before that, I'm like, oh, she's gonna die. Like she's gonna try and do something here, and she's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, you knew it was coming.
Hey,
There was no emotional connection to that, dude. When we thought Chewie died early in the movie, when Rey blew that ship up,
yeah.
I didn't even feel anything. Like I'm like, I'm like not even scared of what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because you knew like some way Chewie was still gonna be alive.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. There was just too many times. Like, dude, everybody that died in this movie except for Leia was saved. Like on a stupid thing, like something stupid that happened.
Yeah.
Like Chewie, like apparently there was a second what's it, like transporter ship there when Rey thought she blew up Chewie's ship, but there was never a second transporter thing that they even showed.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got it.
Yeah, I thought they killed Chewie. Like, you've got to be kidding me, dude.
Well, I mean,
you
like,
just killed off like one of the most
I'd
iconic.
be fine if they just stuck with this shit and did something like real, like real fucking crazy, dude.
Well, they killed Han Solo. That was real fucking crazy.
Yeah, but okay, but that was back. What was that? Was that
That
the
was seven.
seventh movie?
Yeah.
That was in the first one.
Yeah, it was
of
in the first
trilogy.
one, yeah.
And that's the only time that they did anything like real ballsy. This
Yeah.
entire trilogy.
Well, I also heard that Harrison Ford wanted out, and that was his idea.
Well, he's older
Yeah,
now. I'm
yeah.
sure he didn't want to be doing this for
Yeah.
6 years or whatever it was.
Well, to be fair, he is one of the icons of all George Lucas's movies. So
I don't know. I mean, I guess.
yeah, it's the Star Wars and Indiana Jones. So
True. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like there hasn't really been anything that they've tried that was too ballsy the last couple of movies. Like everyone that had something happen to them was like I don't know, like just saved by something. Like Finn almost died in like the end of the 7th movie or whatever, or beginning of the 8th or whatever, something like that, didn't he? He was like in that what's it called? Like in that thing, like healing up, remember? After something, after he
the
got
one
cut
those
up by
tubes.
Kylo or
Yeah. That was the 7th one.
In that beginning of the 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like they say that he was saved by that. Freaking Rey probably should have died a couple of times throughout this, and she was saved.
Honestly, I'm 100% convinced that if Kylo wanted to kill her, he easily could have. Like,
yeah, he didn't
especially.
Want to. You could tell he didn't.
Well, he didn't because he said he wanted to change her to the dark side.
Well, I guess that was a little bit true, but he just they wanted. I mean, they both kind of wanted the same thing, even though they didn't want the same.
Well,
thing.
yeah, he was effortlessly like fighting her, and she was getting tired. Then that very last fight when she stabbed him, he was just like deflecting her lightsaber. He wasn't trying to like hurt her or anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she stabbed him when he was just dazed because he knew his mom died.
Yeah,
like,
he
felt it.
And
then she stabbed him in the chest. I'm like, what the fuck? And where'd she get this healing power all of a sudden?
Well, she's been trained. Well, they kind of hinted towards she's been training
did she do that
for a
to
while.
Anybody else the last couple of movies?
I don't think so, but she did it to the snake earlier in the movie.
Yeah, I remember, yeah, that's why I knew she was gonna do it there. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, she's just gonna heal him. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Like that was so it was too predictable. All this stuff. Dude.
Well, yeah.
Like somebody had to die for that to be like, oh man, like this actually, like they did something like noteworthy.
Yeah.
But like everybody was saved, except for Leia because she obviously killed herself or died herself because she was trying to use too much power.
Yeah. When Rey went into the Death Star, when they crashed, when she found the other Sith crystal or whatever, and she like confronted herself, her dark side of herself, and they were fighting. Yeah. I thought, they showed that in the commercials, trying to get you to think that Rey's on the dark side or whatever. And I thought that was pretty cool, but I think it's weird that I'm pretty sure she's fought herself twice in this series. Or when she went in the cave on Luke's like hideaway planet. She went into that like thing, and he.
Oh yeah.
And he said that she went towards the dark side. Well, she went towards the dark side or whatever.
But I don't know. I thought what was I gonna say? No shit. Oh yeah, they showed like the inner battle between her, like her light side and her dark side.
Yeah.
Like, through the last couple movies. And, like I thought that was one of the better things they've done because they don't usually show that. They've never shown that with any of the like main characters. Yeah. I thought that like they did a like pretty good job with that. That's something that they actually did a good job with. Is like showing how tough it is for the like Jedis to stay focused and everything. Yeah. But shit. I don't know. Another thing though, I was looking up the character name real quick. Hold on. There was I don't even know what to say her name is. I can't even remember because she wasn't in this movie like at all. Oh, Rose, dude. Remember the I don't know what nationality she is. I don't want to say something outlandish. No. I think she's like. A picture? Yeah.
She's in there?
No, but I mean, she is in the movie, but they made her such a huge part the last movie, and then, like, she's just in, like, 2 scenes in this entire movie, dude. They literally just, like, show her a few times, and that's it. Like, she doesn't even, I don't even know if she has any lines in this movie except for the beginning.
Wait, what part did she play in the last movie? I fall asleep.
She was like John Boyega's, like, freaking love interest, or he was her love interest, like, in the last movie.
Well, she still is, obviously.
But like, they made her, like, a pretty big part in the last movie. And then this one, like, she's just completely, like, not even there. She literally has like 2 lines the entire movie.
Yeah.
And then they only show her a few times.
Well, it's crazy. I could not figure out what was going on in this movie with the love interests of people, because Poe seemed like he had a love interest in Rey, but he also had a love interest in that like.
Poe? You mean Finn?
No, Poe, like Commander Poe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
They were really, when the very first scene that they showed that they came back, they were really like
they were just they were just fighting.
Nah,
they were butting heads. When
butting
Ray
heads.
didn't like that he skipped the warp or whatever.
Yeah, but they were butting heads like in like a flirty way, and again, and they did it. He hinted towards it again when they were in that cave, because when John Boyega was like. He said Finn, or not Finn, Ray. He's like, hey, I wanted to tell you something, and then they fell through. He's like, hey, what do you want to tell her? He's like, not right now, and he's like, oh, when Poe's not around, like saying like. No. And John Boyega, he seemed like he's interested in Ray, Rose, and that new girl. I was like, what is going on here? It's a freaking fest over here.
Who did Finn? Wait, what new girl?
The stormtrooper, the
one that said she was a stormtrooper before. Yeah. I found that interesting that they found more people like that too.
Yeah. I wonder if they're all from like the same place or something like that.
I don't know. She had different letters before her name, though, didn't she?
Yeah, but that's
I feel like that's how they categorize them or something.
Well, that's her stormtrooper number or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
but Finn was F and whatever, like the numbers.
Yeah.
She had like 2 different letters or whatever.
Was that her name? I didn't even catch that. If that had anything to do with her name.
I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what the hell else was I talking about here? I'm trying to think of something like the ending was good until.
Well, I don't want to talk about the ending yet.
You don't?
No, I don't.
What else?
I want to figure out if there's anything we need to build up to that.
But. Okay, so they go to that planet where Poe finds the people that he used to work with, like when he was like a gangbanger, I guess.
He's a gangster, I think, is what he was. Yeah, or he's part of like a club.
Yeah, I don't know. They just rob people and shit. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's some shady activity.
Yeah, or they were like Han Solo type people, I guess, when he was.
They're like smugglers. Or whatever,
smugglers and stuff. Yeah. But they run into her, which she like. There's like no character background on these new characters too.
Yeah, they just come in and out. I'm just like, what the hell was that?
They just like introduce like all these new characters, like the little dude that works on C-3PO's mind also, to get him to read the writing.
That's his name, Boyka or something like that. I can't remember what he says. He says his name all the time.
Yeah, but they introduced like a few new characters that like are like pretty decently big parts in this movie. Like they do some big things in the movie, and like you don't even have any connection to them.
Yeah.
Because there's no backstory or anything. But like they don't even really talk about what Poe did either. Yeah. Like they're like, oh, like what did you do before you met us or whatever and everything, and they just like never even talk about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And like that's the things that it was just made it seem like rushed. Is they had questions that needed to be answered and they just didn't answer them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I saw the film theorist guy had a video up about what Finn wanted to say, and I'm gonna guess it's not as obvious as we think it is.
I feel like it was something. I felt like it was something like his interest in Rey. That's what I felt like, because I thought he felt like he was gonna die, so he felt like he had to say.
I guess, but it might have been something else. You think he knew about where Rey was from?
No, because he wouldn't have had any connection with Palpatine, because the First Order isn't the Empire.
Yeah, I guess.
And he wouldn't have known that Palpatine was even alive. Like
no. The First Order is because of Palpatine, because he had those plans in order in case the Empire ever fell.
Kylo didn't even know anything about him, and he was like pretty much the leader of the First Order after he killed Snoke.
Yeah,
so I guess he did find out about.
Yeah, but
the Emperor, though.
Snoke was the Emperor's plan. Remember, he said, "I made Snoke." And did you see that jar of all the Snokes that were in it?
Yeah, but the thing they never explain at all either is how Kylo found out about Palpatine. Like he just goes on this mad goose hunt for this Wayfinder that nobody's ever mentioned before. Yeah, and Luke's the only one that knew about them because he had them written in the Jedi books.
In that journal.
Yeah. And he's the only one that's ever attempted to get the Exegol, and he failed because he couldn't. I don't know. Did he find a Wayfinder or not?
No, he couldn't find one.
That's right. They found the one that he was trying to find. But Yeah, they like never explained where that came from. That was just like some random storyline that popped up about the Emperor.
Like I said, it was very rushed. They didn't have
like they could have introduced that in the last. I mean, I guess if you don't change the director between movies, they could have introduced that in the 8th one.
I mean, that would have been a very good ending scene of the movie, is for Kylo Ren to like find like some writing that he can like decipher.
Yeah, like Sith writing. No, like if he finds Sith
writing,
at the end of the last one, and then you're like, oh, like what's this mean? Or something. Instead of showing that meaningless scene with the kid at the end of the 8th movie, like the kid that looks up at the stars or whatever at the end of the 8th one, you don't remember it because you didn't watch it. Yeah, he freaking like looks up at the stars at the end, and that's how the movie ends. It's just like little kid. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh well, speaking of stars, real quick, from the intro credits on, I was like very like into this movie, like watching like everything that J.J. Abrams did. Yeah, I mean, I called like certain things that he would do because you have to like stay true to like the Star Wars. And as soon as the credits go away, I'm like, okay, they're gonna pan down and they're gonna show ships flying around, and I'm like, they did.
They always do that, or they zoom in on a planet or something.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm still, like, locked into watching the movie. Like, I didn't absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
Like, just like I didn't absolutely hate the last one. But it's just stupid, the things that they did changing the directors. It ruined it. Yeah. Because there was 2 different stories going on.
Yeah.
Like, J.J. Abrams definitely had a different plan for the way it was going.
You could
tell.
Yeah.
But, because these like storylines, like that would have been a good storyline. Like the 9th movie would have been pretty good if he didn't have to rush it. Yeah, like to fill in.
If he could have fit some of that stuff in the last movie,
yeah,
it would have been fine.
Because I mean, like that Palpatine thing, and that was actually, like that was probably the best part of the trilogy. Yeah, that they said, oh, Palpatine is Rey's grandfather.
Oh yeah.
That was probably the best or the most surprising thing of the entire trilogy. I never even thought about that.
I thought. When they were talking about him, like the Palpatine creating stuff, I thought he was going to say that he created Rey's parents.
Oh, no. But yeah, I mean, like,
and how did they never know? Like, how did Rey's parents never know that Palpatine was their, like, either the mom's father or the dad's father?
Who didn't know that?
Like the parents didn't know that, or they did. They did.
That's why they protected Rey, dude. They knew who he was. Then he took them and killed. They were killed by him. What do you mean?
Yeah, but. They knew who he was, but did they know that was one of their...
Yeah, that's why they were trying to protect Rey. That's what I got from it.
I felt like that they didn't know.
That's why they hit her on a different planet.
And why didn't either of them have the Force? Yeah, it's got the generation.
I'm guessing the dad was Palpatine's son. I thought that's what... Didn't they say that?
I didn't catch it.
I thought they said something about that. No, but I don't know why that came about like that either. Like, because he should have had some powers if Palpatine's like the... strongest being on Earth besides Yoda, pretty much. Or not on Earth, just in the entire galaxy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would think that he would have some type of powers, or the mom or whoever this kid is would have some type of power. And it just like kind of like transferred to Rey out of nowhere, which is weird. But I mean, I guess that happened with Anakin too, though. He just got powers from nothing.
Yeah, well,
like nobody in his family was strong. Like that.
Here's a very off the wall thought. That I just thought of right now. Obviously the kid's obviously a bastard or something like that.
Who is?
The Palpatine's son, because obviously he wanted nothing to do with him.
Oh, how do you know? He probably knew who he was, and he's just like, oh, I don't want to be part of this.
Well, are you sure Palpatine didn't just throw him out because he didn't have any Force powers?
No, he could have. And then, he had Darth Vader. His Darth Vader was his son.
Well,
like that's probably what it was in his mind.
That brings me to another point. Shmi Skywalker said that she didn't know who Anakin's father was. Putting the point in that if we don't know who Palpatine's wife ever was, how do we know Anakin isn't some form of an offspring of the Chancellor himself?
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't know. That's like the thing. People don't know who his father was. Obviously, he had to be somewhere along the line that he had to have somebody else in his family that had Force powers.
Yeah, that's like pretty an interesting storyline.
Yeah,
because like that's something that didn't need to be like omitted. Like the dad didn't need to be omitted from the story.
Yeah,
for that to be a thing. They never say anything about his father at all.
No, they just she said she didn't know who his father was. That's all she said.
Like that's a weird thing to just take out of the story and never mention. I guess like maybe that's why they did the story with Rey though, because she's another like really powerful being that didn't know who her family was. And maybe that's why they did this story with Rey, and because they never addressed that with Anakin. All right.
Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you're listening to the podcast, it would mean the world to us if you gave us a rate and review. Subscribe to the podcast as well, so you're first to know when we release new episodes. Be sure to download the podcast to help us out. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, the full-length podcast is in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. Check us out on all of our social media. Our Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat are all official SSOL. Again, that is OFFICIALSSOL. That is on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And you can find us at Secret Spice of Life on Facebook. Don't forget to check out our website and blog. New blog every Wednesday, and potentially some bonus blogs throughout each week. Be sure to check out our Patreon as well, because for 2019 and every year coming, we are going to monetize our Patreon for charity. So anything that is donated to our charity tier on there will be donated to a charity of your choosing or our choosing by the end of the year or every 6 months or so. But yeah, make sure to donate to that to give back to other people. And as always, have a positive and productive day.
Welcome to some shit that's considered legendary.